Welcome back to my channel. Please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you. For this project, these are the things we'll be needing. You'll be needing your art wire, your flower or your rose, feathers, your fabric, whatever fabric. I'm using this very beautiful black lace. I don't know, I think they call it sample lace, or I don't even know. Your Alice band, and what you are going to be using to wrap your art wire. The first thing we are going to be doing is we are going to be prepping our art wire. And how do you do that? You're just going to join your art wire by both ends like so, and whatever you want to use to wrap it. For me today, I'm going to be using my sellotape to wrap it. First, ensure this end is well wrapped. Then you're going to continue wrapping it round. This is what we have after taping it shut. The next thing we want to do is cover our art wire, and I'm going to be using this elastic that I have here. I should use a bias binding, but this does the work, and it's just to cover it up before our main this thing. So I'm going to be taking my candle gun. This is supposed to be with normal gun too. I'm actually not all that prepared for this project because it was impromptu. Just like I usually say, when it comes to this kind of fascinator, I don't start my wrapping here. I start it like opposite of it, like so. So I'm just going to be putting this around it like this. Then I'll take my whatever I'm using to wrap it, which is in this case is elastic, and I'll start wrapping it like so. This is how I'm going to continue wrapping it until I get to this other side here. Now this is what we have after wrapping our art wire. What we want to do right now is to work with this fabric that we have right here. So I'm just going to be taking my art wire. I'll put it more like in the middle, where I'm sure that this, when I gather this whole thing, I'm going to have something to gather it by all sides. So once I'm sure that is I'm okay with that, I look like at it like this, and everything is within the grasp of my palm. I can go ahead and cut this remaining part off like so. This is what we are going to be working with right now. I'm just going to gather it like so. Make sure that there's nothing left, there's nothing showing like this. I hope you can see there's nothing showing. So once I have what I am okay with, I'm going to be taking my thread and my needle, and I'm just going to be using it to wrap it like so. So can you see that as I was twisting it, it was changing shape? Once I wrap it to the shape that I want, I'm going to tie it off. Once I tie it off, I'm going to be cutting off this excess fabric that we have here. After cutting off the excess fabric, I'm going to go ahead and trim it down very well. This is what we have after trimming it down well. So what we'll be doing next is we're going to be attaching our base to our Alice band, and they are just going to practically look at wherever works for you. So you can put it on a mannequin to be sure of where you want it to sit, but for me, I'm just going to go ahead and attach it to this. Now this plain part is where we are going to be putting on the Alice band, while this part that we trimmed off is going to be facing us. I'm going to be taking my thread and my needle, and just like I usually say as well, for now, don't allow your needle to pass through your Alice band so that you can adjust it if there is need for adjustment. Can you see? I can easily just remove the location. I will change the location of my base. Now I'm going to put it on my head now and see if I like the way it sits. I made some adjustments after looking at the way it sits. I'm going to be allowing my needle go through the Alice band now, since I'm satisfied with the way it looks. So once I'm done with that, I'm just going to tie it. You can tie it anywhere. You can tie it on top, you can tie it um by the Alice band side. The next thing I want to do now is to work with our crinoline. So we are going to be using this small crinoline, and I've cut it to, this is 17 inches in three places. 17 inches in three places. So what I'm just going to be doing is I'm going to be making our normal bow, and just, if you watch my videos, just the way I make them, and like so, and just like that we have our bow. I'm going to be taking my thread and my needle, and I use it to wrap it. And just like I usually say, ensure that you have enough allowance there because of the nature of crinoline, so that um your bow does not loosen. So we have this. I'm going to be making the same thing, doing the same thing to the remaining of the cut out crinoline. This is what we have after making our three bows. Now it's time to make the multiple bows. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one like so, place this one on it like this. Like I'm just practically like slanting it. So after doing that, I'm going to be taking my thread and my needle to secure it in place. Then after that, I'm going to take this last one and put it like so as well. This is what we have after um joining all bows together. Now we are going to be attaching it on our fascinator. Just take your rose, put it on your base like so, and you are going to be sewing it down with our thread and our needle. Please note, just walk in the middle like so, don't walk everywhere. Before we attach our bow, I want to work with this feather, and I want it to go, I want it to be round, like to have, I don't know how to say this. So just take your, this is the base of your feather. You are going to be doing this because this is 6. So when you do this, take your thread and your needle to secure it. Once you are done with these 3, now take this like so to the back, then repeat the same thing. You can actually decide to just cut it piece by piece and attach. So I'm going to go in again with my thread and my needle. So we have something like this. At this point, I'm going to be introducing our feather that I prepared earlier. I'll just put it in the middle like so, and I will sew it down. Just like I said when I was making it, you can decide to just cut it into pieces and attach it one on one, but I prefer to attach it like this. Now this is what we have right here. We are practically done. The only thing we need to put here right now in the middle is our rose. So I'm going to be melting my candle gun, and I'm going to be using it to attach this to it. Now this is what we have. The only thing left for us to do now is to cover up this place that we worked, and I've gone to cut out this fabric. It's a soft poly fabric and it doesn't free. I'm going to be using my gum to put it at the back like so, and there we have this beautiful fascinator. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. Bye.